Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope everything is fine. If you kindly remember, a little while back, we had a lesson together about discourse markers. And over there, I explained that discourse markers are those words which connect other words or other structures or other phrases or other sentences. Now, over there, I promised if we have time, we can go over some of these discourse markers a little with a little more details. And today I'm going to do that. So today we're going to cover one of those groups, which is called conjunctive adverbs. And what are they? They are the words, they are the adverbs which show the logical connections among the other parts of the discourse. What I'm going to do today is just give you a list of these. Within the list, we have some groups. Okay, so I introduce them to you, and then we have some examples and some more practice. So let's see what they are and what they show. What kind of logical relation they can convey. The first one is those who show contrast, like however, nevertheless, nonetheless, on the other hand, instead, still. Okay, they show the contrast among different segments of your sentence. Then we have cause and effect. For instance, therefore, thus, consequently, hence, as a result. And then the next group shows addition, like moreover, furthermore, besides, also, in addition. And then we have time and sequence, like next, afterwards, meanwhile, subsequently, finally. And then we have comparison, like similarly, likewise. And the last one shows emphasis, like indeed, certainly, undoubtedly. These are the most important adverbs on this list. And then how we use them and how we write them is important. Please notice that if you're going to use two sentences, they should be independent clauses. And then when you're writing, after the first sentence or independent clause, you need a semicolon, and then you write your adverb and then a comma. Okay, so semicolon, adverb, comma. You can replace semicolon with a comma, no problem. So you can use two commas. For instance, you say the plan sounded perfect, however, it was too expensive. Please note how I wrote it. You have semicolon and then, or semicolon, and then the adverb, and then comma, and the rest. Another example would be, he studied very hard, therefore he passed the exam. Before therefore, I use semicolon, and then after therefore, I use comma. Or you can have comma, comma, no problem. These adverbs can sometimes come at the beginning of a sentence. Then after them, you need a comma. For instance, you say, however, the results were disappointing. So after however, I wrote a comma. Or you say, therefore, comma, we decided to cancel the trip. Okay? These adverbs can also come in the middle of a sentence. For instance, you say, the test was nevertheless quite difficult. Remember that you need two commas, okay, before and after the adverb. And then, of course, you can have them at the end of the sentence. For instance, you say, she refused to join us. She wasn't feeling well, however. I use a semicolon and then a comma, and then at the end you have however. You have the adverb. So it's quite clear. You can have either at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of your sentence. Okay, so all can be applied. All right. Very well. What I'm going to do right now is to give you 20 examples for each. Okay, so please look at them carefully and try to repeat them and try to duplicate them and make new parallel structures. Okay, the more you practice, the better. Let's look at them together. I hope you like the examples. I can give you 200 examples. It's not enough. You can be satisfied when you can produce them yourself. Okay, so it goes without saying. It's quite obvious. Now, before I say goodbye, let me give you one example of Imam of the Best, Khomeini the Great, and one of these adverbs, these conjunctive adverbs. Okay, I can say Khomeini did not have enough servants in hell. Thus, I'm showing cause and effect. He hired several robotic afterbeds. Yeah, technology is not scarce in the hell. Okay, Akhunds, they know how to make use of technology, even in hell. Very well, I hope you liked today's lesson. Very short, but very important, okay? I really recommend you use as many as conjunctive adverbs as possible, okay, in your everyday conversation. And of course, master them, know their definitions, their meanings, and they can help you write, particularly, speak, of course, and write good essays, okay? In international tests, you are alone with your pen and paper or screen, no AI there to help you. Okay, so please try to master, and the best AI is your magnificent intelligence, your own intelligence. Okay, that was today's lesson. I hope you liked it. Looking forward to seeing you soon again. Until then, goodbye.